In a place where dreams and reality collide, there existed a hidden realm known as the Whispering Woods. This enchanted forest was home to creatures of all kinds, both mystical and mundane. Among them lived Kombar, a sleek, agile cat with fur as dark as midnight and eyes that glowed like emeralds. Kombar was known throughout the woods as a master of martial arts, having learned from the ancient scrolls of the forest's ancestors. One crisp autumn evening, as the leaves rustled in the gentle breeze, Kombar was practicing his swift movements and powerful strikes beneath the towering trees. His focus was unparalleled, his mind as sharp as his claws. However, unbeknownst to him, a pair of beady eyes was watching from the shadows, a tiny mouse named Brian, who was both curious and cautious. Brian, though small, had a heart full of courage and an insatiable thirst for adventure. He had heard tales of Kombar's prowess and wanted to learn the secrets of the martial arts. But before Brian could gather the courage to approach Kombar, a sinister presence descended upon the woods. A mysterious organization known as the Shadow Claws had set their sights on Kombar. They were a secretive group, shrouded in darkness, who orchestrated a deadly fighting tournament every decade. Their goal was to find the strongest fighter in the land and harness their power for their own nefarious purposes. One night, as Kombar was returning to his cozy den, he was ambushed by the Shadow Claws. Despite his skills, he was outnumbered and overwhelmed. Before losing consciousness, he caught a glimpse of Brian, who had been watching from a distance. The little mouse, terrified but determined, knew he had to help his feline friend. Kombar awoke in a dimly lit arena, surrounded by towering stone walls and an eerie silence. He was not alone, fighters from all corners of the realm were there, each with their own reasons for participating. Kombar realized he had been kidnapped and forced to fight in the Shadow Claws tournament. The first round of the tournament began, and Kombar found himself facing formidable opponents. Despite the odds, his training and instincts guided him through each battle. But as he fought, he began to unravel a shocking truth about his past. The Shadow Claws had a connection to his ancestors, who had once been protectors of the forest. Meanwhile, Brian had been busy devising a plan to rescue Kombar. The mouse had discovered a secret passage that led into the heart of the Shadow Claws lair. With a heart full of bravery, he scurried through the dark tunnels, determined to find a way to free Kombar and stop the tournament. As Kombar reached the final round of the tournament, he faced the Shadow Claws champion, a fearsome creature with unmatched strength. The battle was fierce, each strike echoing through the arena like thunder. Kombar fought with all his might, drawing on the strength of his ancestors and the hope of freedom. Just as Kombar was about to be overpowered, Brian emerged from the shadows, having found the control room that powered the arena. With a swift flick of his tiny paws, he shut down the arena's defenses, causing chaos and confusion among the Shadow Claws. The distraction gave Kombar the opportunity he needed. With a final, powerful strike, he defeated the champion and turned to confront the leaders of the Shadow Claws. With the arena's defenses down, the other fighters joined Kombar, and together they overthrew the sinister organization. With the Shadow Claws defeated, the fighters were free to return to their homes. Kombar and Brian, now bonded by their shared adventure, returned to the Whispering Woods. Kombar thanked Brian for his bravery and offered to teach him the ways of martial arts. Together, they would continue to protect the forest and its inhabitants, ensuring that the shadows would never again threaten their home. And so, in the place where dreams and reality collide, Kombar and Brian became legends, their story a testament to courage, friendship, and the power of standing up against darkness.